The fastest way to complete CAYO Perico is also the easiest way to complete CAYO Perico, and in this video I'll show you the exact steps that you can follow to complete all of the prep work as well as the finale in under 1 hour. For my method to work, you're gonna need the Phantom Wedge semi-truck as well as the Sparrow helicopter, so if you don't have both of these, it will take you a lot longer. And our speedrun starts with the intel gathering mission. For this one, teleport to your Kasatka to the location that's closest to the smuggler's plane. Usually this will be near Polito Bay or Grapeseed, and after stealing the Vellum, as you take off, immediately retract the landing gear to reduce drag. This will help you climb faster, and climbing quickly is of major significance here because in GTA Online, there is an altitude sweet spot right around 900 feet, which makes every aircraft go faster. I don't know if this is due to wind currents or reduced drag once you get to that height, but go into first person in your Vellum and make sure the altimeter needle stays around the 900 foot mark. You'll shave off half a minute or more of travel time this way, and then as soon as you land on the island, pick up this bike right in front of you and start driving onto the hill to your right. Just be careful not to run into any trees or bushes here. I don't know what El Rubio's been using for his fertilizer, because apparently these plants have branches made out of adamantium, and you'll immediately get tossed off your bike if you so much as touch a single pixel of these trees. What a lot of people do when they arrive at this gate is they drive through it, go past the tent, and then they arrive at the checkpoint with the tower. You've probably taken the same path if you've done CAYO before. Well, I'm about to show you a quicker way to pass the checkpoint. Instead of following the dirt road through the gates, just cut straight across with your bike and jump the railings. This will bring you to another road that's right next to the first one, and once you drive across that and turn right, you'll find yourself directly facing the checkpoint. Right here, you can actually fly over the wall like a stuntman if you gain some speed. Most people just hug the wall underneath the watchtower and slowly crawl upwards, but you can save a few seconds by simply flooring the throttle as you approach this shed, and then drive straight over the nearby ramp while aiming your bike at the palm tree. Don't worry, you won't get thrown off, and the guards won't notice you either. They all have glaucoma vision and are functionally deaf. Once you made it across, stick to the right side of the plantation and make your way around the hill to get to the comms tower. If you see this guard patrolling the base, it means the electrical box is on the upper levels. If there's no guard at the base of the tower, it means the box is on the ground level. From here, hacking is as simple as doing multiplication and addition, and then once you're in, skip straight to the basement camera and scope out the loot. Notice how I haven't even bothered with the secondary loot because it really doesn't matter. I'll show you how to easily get a full loot bag once we arrive at the finale anyways. By skipping the secondary loot and by jumping over the checkpoint, we've already made the intel gathering mission much shorter, but there's a final step that we must take. Open the GTA Online menu, make sure your spawn point is set to Kasatka, and simply hop into a new lobby. Make sure it's invite only because the game won't have to look for a lobby first, and you'll load in a lot quicker. Your progress has already been saved at this point, so as soon as you get to the planning screen, you can start doing your equipment prep. And the way I like to do equipment prep is first, I park my Kasatka over in Vespucci Beach. It's just the best spot for doing all your prep missions as they all take place inside of Los Santos. Then I like to get the approach vehicle and weapons prep done first before I grab my equipment. So for the approach vehicle, we're going to use the long fin as it's by far the fastest way to travel around the island. If you go with the Kasatka approach, you'll make it into the drainage tunnel faster, yes, but from then you'll have to exit the compound and head towards the docks to collect all of your secondary loot. And the docks have a lot more security than the airstrip, which means you don't have much room for error here. So what I'm going to do is grab my secondary first and then get my primary from El Rubio's basement. Using your Sparrow, fly straight over to the police station. Then once you land, immediately spawn in your Phantom Wedge from the interaction menu. This alone saves you a bunch of time because now you don't have to travel halfway across Los Santos to get a truck for it. Then simply enter the police station parking area and massacre everyone in sight using your weapon of choice. You can't blow up the long fin, so feel free to use grenade launchers or RPGs. Then blow yourself up with a sticky bomb to reset your wanted level back to 0. And now feel free to drive away with the long fin without any cops bothering you along the way. Pro tip here, manually mark this exact spot on your map so you can skip all of Pavel's yapping and start driving towards the docks as soon as you hook up the long fin to your Phantom Wedge. Next, we're gonna speed run our way through the unmarked weapons mission, and for this method, I always go with the aggressor loadout, even though I don't plan on using my shotgun. It's just a nice thing to have if you come across the Juggernaut and you're forced to fight him, or if you accidentally drop a guard who's inside the Juggernaut's patrol route. Alright, so the game might give you that horrendous Merryweather HQ mission where you chase one of their helicopters around the map, and it's just a total waste of time. As soon as you see the word Merryweather appear at the bottom of your screen, join a new invite-only lobby. Do it as many times as you have to before you get the 707 Vespucci building or the Penrith building. If you see anything but Merryweather down there, you're good to go. If you want to walk in and collect the weapons without dying or being forced to fight your way through a small army of guards, you need to stealth this mission. And since you have a Sparrow, here's how you do it. Simply land on the rooftop, then enter the yellow circle, and before you step through the glass door, shoot at it with a silenced gun to partially open the door. If you just walk in, you'll trigger the alarm, but if you shoot the door door first, the guards actually won't realize what's happening. Kill this guy who's busy with his phone, then kill these two who are having a conversation, and finally kill this one behind the desk. Then you need to hack into the safe, and while exiting the building, always go with the roof option because that's where you've left your Sparrow. On your way out, you'll be assaulted by a pair of buzzards, but if you're quick enough, you can simply hop into your Sparrow, spam your snacks, and fly away. Alternatively, you can treat the buzzards to a railgun special and then fly away. Trust me here, the roof method is way faster than going in through the ground floor and getting into a gunfight. Next, you'll only need to do 3 equipment preps: plasma cutter, cutting torch, and fingerprint cloner. If you got bail bonds, swap out plasma cutter with the safe code, but either way, you only need to do 3 equipment preps in total. Demolition charges are mandatory at first, but as soon as you grab the cutting torch from the construction site, that checkbox will switch to optional and you can continue on to the finale. I'll show you how to speed up both the plasma cutter and safe code mission, so no matter what primary loot you get, you'll be able to complete the whole heist in under that 1 hour. First, let's talk about the plasma cutter mission. For this, Pavel will ask you to visit a criminal hideout, but when you get there, it turns out the place is empty and they're having a meeting somewhere else. Pavel will then ask you to take a photo of the planning board, but you can make things a lot faster for yourself by simply entering the room, walking a couple steps forward, and taking a photo of whatever's in front of you. You don't even have to aim at the planning board itself, nor does it need to be in your focus. Just walk in, take 2 steps forward, capture a photo, and send it to Pavel. Then turn around and walk back out. Get inside of your Sparrow, and by the time your rotor blades start spinning, you'll have the location of the plasma cutter on your map. So just fly there, shoot up the thugs with your homing missiles, grab the cutter, and fly away. If you get the casino mission where you have to invade the penthouse and find the head of security, there's actually a little trick that you can use to pinpoint his exact location before you even enter the penthouse. From where you get out of the elevator, just check if the guards spawn on the right, left, or top side of the level. This is in relation to your starting point at the elevator, so if the guards spawn to your left, take the door on the left. If the guards spawn to your right from the elevator, take the door on the right. And if they spawned above you on the map, take the door in the middle. The security chief can be in one of these 3 places, so he can be in the bar, in the office space, or even in the bedroom. And I don't know if this method works every single time, but I've had great success with it in the past, so try it out and let me know how it goes. Next, for the cutting torch mission, there isn't anything super complicated here. Just fly to the construction site, put on a hard hat, grab the torch, and fly away. If you do it right, you will never even be detected, and this mission will be completed within 3 minutes. The hard hat is yellow and always spawns on a stack of plywood or even a table that's right next to the entry point for the construction site, so check nearby doors and staircases and you'll absolutely find it. For the fingerprint cloner, Pavel will ask you to shoot out the security cameras first. Just ignore them, walk in, and drop a sticky bomb or RPG on the furthest part of the room directly in front of you. Wait a couple of seconds for the explosion to happen, because if you run in immediately, you'll die as well. Then hack the laptop, and when you get to the archive, run straight towards the last 2 tables. The cloner will always be at one of those, and once you have it, run back outside and fly back to the Kasatka in your Sparrow. If you followed my instructions here, you should have completed all of this, including the intel gathering mission, within about 40 to 50 minutes, which can leave you with over 10 to 15 minutes for the finale. And that's honestly plenty of time, because I'm about to show you the fastest stealth route in and out of Cayo Perico, and you won't even need the gate key to escape. First, as soon as the entry cutscene finishes, pull a hard left with your handbrake engaged. Using the handbrake will help you make tighter turns. Then drive right between these 2 rocks, and here, park your boat in this exact spot. Don't drive it up to the beach or else it will slide back into the ocean and you'll have to swim to get back inside. But if you park it properly, you can just run back to the beach and hop inside. Then take out this camera, these 2 guards, and this guy who's patrolling the hangar entrance. Inside, you can see the ground level secondary loot without even cutting through the gate. If you get cash, it's worth checking out the top level as well. Just grab this forklift here and lift this crate up next to the wall and climb over it. In 90% of cases, you'll get enough loot within the first hangar to fill up your loot bag. But of course, in the rare occasion that you don't, simply run across the airstrip, climb up the wall and onto the roof of this building, shoot this guard, this camera, and you'll find the rest of the secondary loot inside of this warehouse. Now, head back to your longfin, aim it straight at that cliff side in the distance, dive into the water before you hit the cliff walls, and you'll find yourself right on top of the drainage tunnel. Cut in a sweeping motion, and you'll need 2 sweeps, one from left to right and one from right to left to get through each row of steel bars. Then once you're inside the compound, follow this exact path that I'm showing you, as it's entirely foolproof. Simply run up the stairs, hug this wall to the right, and when you arrive at these palm trees, you need to take a left, and at the stairs, you take a right, clamber over the hedgerow, and run straight towards the fountain in front of you where you'll find this guard. Do not kill him right now. Wait for him to walk into this space to the right, and then you can drop him. That way, his body won't be found by the Juggernaut who patrols these parts of the map. If you get the gate keys from him, excellent. If not, you should still be able to get the gate keys from this guy, and if you still don't have the gate keys, don't worry, you can ultimately escape without them. Walk up the stairs, wait for this guard to come down, and then smack him in the head with your pistol. It's important that you do not shoot him, or there's a chance that it's going to break your stealth. Instead, pistol whip him and head straight into the office. Collect your bonus cash from from El Rubio's safe. Then finish the fingerprint hack simply by lining up the topmost part of the image in each row and scrolling n-1 times to the right, where n is the row number. So for example here, if it's the second row, you scroll right once. If it's the third row, you scroll right twice. If it's the fourth row, scroll right 3 times. Your starting image should always be the topmost part of the fingerprint scan, and by using this method, you can do all 3 hacks in under 40 seconds. Easy. Grab your loot from the basement and run downstairs, then simply jump over this wall and turn left. You'll see the exit point right in front of you. Just run into the yellow circle and watch that cutscene play out. Then shoot this guard, steal his bike, and then drive to the right of the helipad. Ignore the jeep patrolling the road, and even if they find his body, it won't matter once you're in the water. Go between these trees, just pop a wheelie as you jump off the cliff, and that'll give you a little bit more air time, and you should find yourself right next to some sea mines when you land in the water. This means you're on the right path. Just swim down into this ravine, and soon the text on the bottom of your screen will disappear, indicating that you've beaten Cayo Perico. And that's it for this video. If you do it right, you'll have earned $1 million in less than 1 hour, and if you really want to spam Cayo, bring a friend with you so you can lower the cooldown time from 2 hours 24 minutes to just 48 minutes. And even if you don't have a friend, $1 million every 2.5 hours is no small amount. Heck, most people would be perfectly fine making $1 million a day. So open up GTA Online, use this method if you want, and let me know how it works for you. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure to drop a like on it if you found this video informative and enjoyable. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and you want to see more GTA Online content like this. And also feel free to check me out on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, specifically twitch.tv/hazardoushtv for more GTA Online live streams. Hopefully you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA 5 online video. Adios, amigos.